There are no new cases in Queensland in the last 24 hours. So the pain this community has been suffering, the work we've been doing, the discipline there's been in this community and many other communities across Queensland mean that it's paying off. So this is the first time in 80 days that there has been no new reports.
As you all know, school resumed this morning, term 2, in a format never before seen by any of us. We know that there have been a few teething problems this morning. I'm well briefed that across the state everybody has turned their hand to resolving those issues as quickly as we can and ensuring that we settle into what will be 5 weeks of this model of learning from home.
I guess generally across the Darling Downs district we've seen a reduction in crime across the board. There's obviously a number of reasons for that, but obviously a big part of it is that people are home more often. There's also a lot less people getting around of a night time. We've certainly seen a reduction in break and enter offences and also other offences across the board generally. So in the Darling Downs district, last count, which was just this morning, there was about 24 notices issued, going back since I think since the 7th of the 4th when those come into effect. About 10 of those have been issued in the Toowoomba area. Because the offences around people associating together is that when there's an incident, there's often more than one ticket issued at a time. So when you're talking about 10 in Toowoomba over the last couple of weekends, really Easter weekend and the last weekend, certainly the community's been very compliant and there's a lot of goodwill, and I think people are really going out of their way to not spread the virus and to try and abide by the guidance that's been put in place.
As we move towards Anzac Day, which to me and to many Australians is one of the most important days on the calendar, when we remember those who sacrificed for the freedoms that we enjoy, I think it's important that we do, in our own way, stand shoulder to shoulder, not in the way we normally do, but make sure we remember those who've given us work so hard to give us the freedoms that we in fact enjoy, and I guess sometimes we take for granted. The spirit that's coming out in respect to the response to the coronavirus pandemic, I think is so typical of the spirit that got us through those difficult years all those years ago.